Hi, I'm Hedley Rees and welcome to this second video in the series 10 Things You Didn't Know About Big Pharma. In video number 1, I covered penicillin and explained how rather than penicillin being just an accidental finding, it actually was a model of collaboration between stakeholders in the whole life cycle of medicine's development. And I sort of posed the question at the end, which said, well, if those stakeholders had been collaborating at the start, how quickly could medicine have been, could penicillin have been developed? And so the question was, why does it take 8 or 10 years to develop a drug these days? Well, I can tell you exactly why that is. In 1976, the US company SmithKline and French launched an anti-ulcer drug called Tagamet, and it was at a time when ulcers were potentially life-threatening, and that's stomach ulcers, obviously. And when it launched, it soon sold really well and became the world's first blockbuster. 5 years after Tagamet launched, Glaxo, as was then, before some of the mergers, launched a drug called Zantac, a similar drug with a slightly cleaner process in manufacture. And in short shrift, it began outselling Tagamet 3-1. They both became blockbusters, selling billions of dollars worth of product. And even the chief executive of SmithKline French congratulated Glaxo on their achievement. And the achievement was really to be able to explain to doctors and other purchasers of the product that the side effect profile was less troublesome to patients than the competitive product. And that was hugely effective. And nearly all the accounts of that battle lays Glaxo's success with their skill and expertise in sales and marketing. And that sent a message to the whole industry. If you've got a patent and an approval to sell, you've potentially got a monopoly or an oligopoly that allows you to exploit the market through sales and marketing. Quite soon after that, the industry started to outsource what it called then non-core activities, such as chemical testing, manufacture, clinical trials, and what emerged was a cadre of contract organisations charging fee for service to do what you call the heavy lifting of drug development. And here we are today, left with the hugely complex and convoluted process of developing drugs, fundamentally down to the dynamic that has been taking place in terms of patented molecules rather than processes. Post the blockbuster era, post the early 1980s, it was the processes of manufacture that were awarded the patent. So a lot of hard work had to go in by dedicated people to actually get the medicine to market. These days, patents are awarded, I won't say willy-nilly, I will say willy-nilly, in the fact that all you really need is a biological theory that a compound could work and a drawing of the molecule, and from that you would get a patent. And mass patenting of molecules has become an industry obsession, and sales and marketing the same. So I'm not saying that critically, because the system has become, people call it broken, people call it corrupt, call it what you will, but the system isn't working for the end users of its products. And I'll leave you with that thought, and in the next video I'm going to explain a bit more of ways that I think we could actually radically transform the whole process of medicine development. Okay, speak soon. Thanks. Bye.